amazing examples. In terms of live content, I think about the Love is Blind. I think it was for premiere or whatever reunion that we got sucked into that show. So good job. And I think there were some issues with that, right? That reunion stream.
Well, yeah, that was about a little less than a year ago now. So the amazing thing about failure is you learn a lot. We learned a lot. We've taken notes on it, and we had a couple successful events after that, including the Netflix Cup last October, and we've got some exciting events coming up. And then the third and probably most important thing is help them fill that gap. So that would mean, like, let's take an example. It certainly has happened frequently in many jobs. Like, a document is okay. It's not great. It's not going to be easy for people to follow. It's not as crisp as it could be. There's things that would strengthen it. I can both give the feedback on that to make sure, like, yes, it's going to take another round of iteration. Yes, we're going to have to work another week on this and not be done with it, but pushing people to get there and then jumping into the document and helping. So I feel very strongly about, and that's kind of what I mean by setting an example of, like, let's work on this together. And then through that, help people up level themselves. So the next time around, they know the expectations and they've had help kind of getting there in the past. So that's probably happened 1,000 times in my career where I jump in with both feet because something needs to be better. And I think the teams are better for it afterwards, or I hope they are. So part of Data and Insights is a consumer insights team that includes a lot of different flavors of research, really. So in some ways, consumer is even a misnomer because there's parts of the team that do internal research, for example, on tools and products for our studio productions. So that's more of a user research oriented versus consumer. And then the parts of that team that are consumer oriented do things all the way from content screenings to make titles the best version of themselves before they're on the service, to more traditional UX research to think about how can we deliver the best title discovery experience, or how can we think about things that improve accessibility. And then that team has a global remit. So there's also teams that are more local or regional expertise in understanding consumer needs and entertainment. So consumer insights and a team formerly known as, still kind of known as a shorthand, data science and engineering combined together to create Data and Insights probably about 2 years ago. That's another piece that's unusual. It becomes truly a full stack data and research expertise. And so we could tackle a problem like, what's the right way to think about recommendations and how best to surface them in a way that combines attitudinal research, qualitative and quantitative, with behavioral research on more of the data science, data engineering, and analytics side.